evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Esea MDL Season 32. Of course it is, and tonight I am bringing you Demise coming up against Nemiga. Unfortunately, we are still sat at 9 players in the server at the moment. We're just waiting for that 10th to get involved with things, and then we will hopefully be getting started. Can you show us the warm-up? Not by ESEA rules, I don't think, unfortunately. I think I'm only allowed to go when the game is live. It's not much to watch either, mate. It's just players getting rid of some pent-up aggression, getting warmed up, of course, and an intriguing matchup we have today on Overpass, of course. We got Nemiga with their 14% win rate across 7 attempts at it, so a 1 in 7. And then we have Demise, who have never played this map in officials. I mean, they're looking pretty hot on the warm-up, but it's still a big ask. You've never played this map on an official before, and you go and pick it against a team with the individual talent players like Lollipop21k, of course, on that Nemiga side. Make your life very difficult. It's perfectly plausible. I think the coach is actually playing for Demise at the moment, just getting warmed up in things, of course. Let me have a look at that. One of the Nemiga boys is on the wrong team. So we do actually have 10 players in the server. And we're just waiting for the go, basically. We're just waiting for things to get started. And then we will, of course, be going live with this one. And an intriguing matchup, shall we say. I'm not quite sure where this one is going to go. I think it could go either way. I saw a couple of interesting threads down in the very bottom of HLTV, just about how it depends which teams show up, really. You know, it could happen that Demise really show up and they should get an easy stomp, but if they struggle a little bit and Nemiga come through big time, then it's going to be a very difficult game for Demise, I think. The amount of people bullying my haircut in Twitch chat right now, not even fair. I've just finished work, guys. I came home from work and I'm casting this game of CS, okay? Cut me some slack. We are still waiting. We do have all 10 players in the server. It looks like Nemiga have even got their coach in here now. There is a lot of players in the server. I'm about to do math on broadcast. Bad move. But there is 12 people in here. It's messy, to be fair. See, even my girlfriend is now insulting my hair in Twitch chat. That really isn't fair. This is bullying, boys. I'm just trying to kill time until this one actually goes live because everybody's just taking a minute to get a feel for things. We are heading into the knife round, though, which means very, very shortly we will be going live. Speak Turkish, please, in the chat. No chance, boys. I speak English. That's what I do. We are just going into the knife round for you guys who were worried about the start time. So very, very shortly we will be getting live. For everybody spamming, we will be going into the match very, very shortly, okay? The knife round looks like it's bouncing back and forth. Nemiga actually with the advantage, and they will be taking it as well. So there you go. You are going to be able to get this game of CS if it loads. Hello? This is the moment where my CS doesn't pop up. There we go. That took far too long, ladies and gentlemen, but sometimes you got to give OBS a little bit of a time to think things through. We've got lols in the chat. I promise you it is coming. Oh man. This is what happens when you trust OBS. We do have the game up and live though, and of course Nemiga getting themselves that knife round. They're going to be heading straight onto the CT side with the pistol smoke and a defuse kit for boxing. Plenty of utility again. Bayaz with a full bank of it. Engine, just the Molotov. P250 to back it up as well as he takes that early long-range fight with MDS, who's getting some good damage down, but not able to find a frag for the time being, is just keeping his head a little bit covered. Engine and Demise are going to take control very swiftly in towards Party, just clearing out every single possible angle here as they choose the bomb site very cautiously. They are heading back down towards B. Haven't drawn much of a rotation out. We've just seen Lollipop2k jumping back onto the A bomb site. He is a bit of a star player for this Nemiga roster, so if you can get him away from the bomb site, you have a really good opportunity as him or is going to join his teammates. It's going to be a full 5-man hit as the utility comes in. Smokes, Molotovs, a flashbang on Bayaz to go over the top as well. And here we go, straight through Monster, a 5-man push for Demise. They're trying to clear the angles as Paz not quite able to connect with the initial shots. Plenty of alive players. Robo 1-for-1 traded for MSDW, and Boxing grabs himself a double. That's absolutely huge. The last man is Bayaz, and there is nothing he can do. Csgo going to chime in with a frag of his own, and Nemiga going to grab themselves the 1-0 lead. You cannot ask for a much better start on your CT side. The frag's just flowing the way of Nemiga as they get themselves that 1-0. Perfect start to things, and now they can look to really farm themselves some cash. Of course, Demise not getting the bomb down. They're going to be down onto 1 P250, a pistol to back it up as well. There's 4 MP9s there to really start to farm over on the CT side of things. Get that economy building, get pushing through. Start building up some serious cash. Engine taking a lot of nade damage as well. Brought down to just 3 HP. The pop flash not going to work. And now the MP9 is just going to have a little bit of a field day here. Robo, Boxic, and in fact, MDSW manages to grab himself one as well. That's a really nice clean round over on the Nemiga side of things. Just dealing and dispatching with that 1P250. Of course, largely default pistols. So not expecting the world over on the T side of things. I think maybe 1 frag would have been helpful. Would have given them something to build off, but instead they find themselves getting the buy in round number 3. 4 AK-47s and a Krieg. Limited utility on Mini 2K, but his teammates got plenty to back him up as Nemiga do go for the bonus round. Going to get 4 MP9s still on the board. That 1 M4 onto Csgo as Boxic looking to be very proactive into this one. Haven't seen this yet from the CT side, but he's out in the open. A beautiful flash releasing, very isolated. Him are able to find the initial frag. Traded out, however, and you can see the CT aggression is so powerful. They've taken full control of B. They can just rotate that 3rd man through the connector area, take control of the A bomb site, and really try and push through here, Nemiga. Making it work with the SMGs over on the CT side of things. Everybody just takes a pause. Nobody really wants to be the player to go down at this point, but someone's got to take the initial engagement. Csgo, of course, with that M4 deep into the A-bomb site, not looking to play aggressive, doesn't need to, knows that he's got MP9s to back him up if he takes those close range engagements, so just opts to sit back on his haunches up on top of that bin there with Robo just to his right. That's the bait. Has the utility as well as he drops the smoke in towards Divider. Robo looking to get a little bit proactive here as Engine makes his way up top con. 3 players for the CT side currently on that A bomb site with just Lollipop down towards B, so couldn't ask for a much better opportunity here as Engine and his teammates start to make their hit towards the A bomb site. Couple of players out in long as Paz gets boosted up over the top. Can he find any kind of initial information? Csgo jump peeking with the M4, perhaps not the best move in the world, but he's looking for it. 3 players make their way down long. The Molotov to keep them busy for a while at the very least. Demise, they're trying to make their way through it. Engine's able to find one at the very least, but traded almost instantly. Csgo still alive with that M4. 3-on-3, and don't forget this is the bonus round for the CT side. They've got them on the edge of the smoke. MDSW grabs himself 2, and Engine is left 1-on-3. He does manage to grab the initial frag, but the backstab is in, and MDSW grabs his 3rd of the round on that MP9. Even manages to save himself the M4. You cannot ask for a better bonus round over on your CT side of things. You cannot ask for much more whatsoever. 3-0 the scoreline. Hey Root, how you doing, my man? And the pause has come in. Demise at 3-0. That first rifle round going against them. They're going to fall back into the pause. I mean, look at the economy. They're yet to get the bomb down over on the T side of things. They're really struggling to build up any kind of bank. Going to put them in a position where a half buy is looking like a very realistic opportunity, as we do see Nemiga finally going for the upgrades. Of course, a couple of players fell in the previous round, so not too many MP9s being left on the ground unused. They'll get a couple of M4s and that saved AK-47 in the hands of MDSW, of course. 3 Deagles, a CZ75, Immor back on that Glock. Not a lot to work with. A little bit more than they've had in previous rounds with these sort of half-buy situations, as the CT molly very deep, and Robo is looking for a timing on this nade. Might have gone just a little bit too early there, as Bayaz does get taken down to 60 HP. Could have got a lot more damage from that nade if the timing was just a little bit better. Interesting to see Demise playing this pistol round incredibly slowly, not looking for any kind of a rush whatsoever, trusting the Deagles really in Bayaz, Mini and Paz to find these opening picks to deny some of these CT rifles, and half boost over the top. Mini trying to get the information, not going to be spotting anyone out in particular, however, as he very sneakily falls back off of his teammate's head. Demise not wanting to give any information away to the CT side, despite this one just being a half buy. I mean, Paz is the only player with armor, but they are playing it like it's a full rifle buy here. And Boxig looking for some kind of a push. Going to drop the smoke very deep. Supporting Robo, of course. It's a nice two-man setup, but he's in a very dangerous position here. He could get overwhelmed all too easily. Over the top of the smoke, the CZ goes, but Robo, edge of the smoke, will find the opening pick to take down Mini. The CZ at range is not ideal at all, and Boxing able to find an easy frag. Oh my goodness. Demise, you've got to think that's a mistake. Why stick the CZ player up on the boost? There's a beautiful flashbang, does give Robo the final kill, and a flawless round against the half-buy of Demise. Why stick the CZ75 up on the boost, ladies and gentlemen? You should stick your Deagle up there. That's where you're going to be most effective. That's your damage-dealing pistol, and instead, they put that long-range CZ up there, and it's never going to work. That is never going to be an effective option for a T-sided player, as they do. Of course, Demise get the buy into round number 5. Still yet to get the bomb down, but they have the AWP on him, or they have 3 AKs, and they have Mini 2K back down on that Krieg. Such a strong weapon on the T side of things, but of course giving it over to the CT side can be even more lethal, so got to be a little bit cautious as Demise wanting to take that early control of party. Once again, they have the AWP this time in him, or could look for a little bit of a contest out towards long to try and deny some map control for this CT side, who have had the run of things so far. Very aggressive. Jado round the mic, grabs himself one. Immo misses the shot and gifts him a second, and now Paz is left in the impossible situation of recovering this. A nade and a Molotov going to keep him away from things for all the while longer, as that AWP just starts to burn the plastic, slowly becoming molten, as Mini is going to walk right into the crosshairs. Lollipop just playing a slight off angle there to make it even more difficult for the Demise man to win that aim duel. And now MDSW, this is just clean up. A one tap to the back of the head is just dissipating Paz. An Engine, last man alive, 1 on 5. An AK-47 and a couple of nades in hand. You really don't see many worlds when he wins this one, but just some damage in this situation would be good. He needs to take at least a couple of those CT rifles away. He's given away his position with that sound cue, and Robo, again, a flawless round for that Nemiga side. They've got a 14% win rate on Overpass, but they are looking like a team who know what they are doing. It's 5-0 the scoreline, and you just have to start worrying perhaps a little bit for this T side of Demise. They need to find some success. They're going to force buy into this round. I really would say they need a bomb plant at this point. 4 AK-47s, the 1 MAC-10 for him, or what can they find with this one as they look to go a little bit faster in towards the playground early on, trying to take that map control away again, but Boxing, very aggressive, has a perfect lineup for one, spots the second player as well, but can fall back through that smoke after finding an easy opening pick. At the very least, Immor is able to trade that MAC-10 up to an AK, but Demise once more just looking a little bit disjointed on the T side, which, I mean, T sides have been a great strength for this Turkish roster so far, but just not looking like it's quite the case on this occasion, as MDSW looks to take a little bit of CT map control back down towards that B bomb site. Boxic went losing the aim duel, but Robo, of course, Robo on that AWP is there to trade him out, and he knows there's another player here somewhere. He's just hunting him down. A lovely flick to take down Immor, and once again, Nemiga are just dispatching of these T-sides. Mini able to get one, but traded out again by MDSW on low HP, as I mean, Engine is left in another impossible situation. 1 on 3. The AWP will be the one to dispatch of him. Robo hitting a really nice shot to make it 6-0. It's not a great situation to find yourselves in, but perhaps there is a way back into this one for Demise. They really need to push through here. They need to try and find themselves a little bit of consistency. Just find some success. The buy, very, very strong for the CT side, of course. They have so much cash to work with. They really, nothing they can't buy at this point. 10k on Lollipop, 9.6 over on Robo, nearly 11 on MDSW. Demise using that second pause to try and perhaps come up with a strategy that may dismantle the incredibly strong CT side we're seeing so far. And by the looks of things, it's 5 deagles, 3 sets of armor, a smoke, and 2 flashes to try and work this problem out. And they're going to head towards Connector. First time we've really seen the T's trying to apply pressure down in this area of Overpass. Hasn't been an area they've particularly looked to exploit, but MDSW, for the time being, has a nice read on things, setting himself up on the headshot angle and Engine. He's just going to wander straight into his crosshair. Crouch, the crab walk to try and find the early frag, not working whatsoever. And now 4 versus 5. That early deagle being dropped. Lollipop going to grab himself a second on that recovered Krieg. Can be such a lethal weapon on the CT side of things. He's even willing to take these fights out in the open. Goes down to 45. The knife out to make sure he escapes with his life, however. And the 3 remaining players for Demise with these deagles. A couple of frags would be ideal in this situation. MDSW going to take the aim duel and trusts himself to find that headshot onto Bayaz. Does just that. The spray from Lollipop on the Krieg is well controlled. That's the bomb down in Monster, and Paz is all the way over on the A bomb site, just trying to find a frag. He's only got 1 so far to his name against those 6 deaths. And Robo on the AWP, just hoping he finds a speculative wallbang there, but not going to be much of anything coming through for this T side of Demises. Has just connected with Robo on that AWP, again doing a very good job of locking things down. A very strong buy comes in for Nemiga again, and finally Demise, they get themselves the AWP out, they get those 4 AK-47s to back things up as well. But the Krieg saved onto Lollipop. Robo has that AWP in his hands, as he has for so long, and a 3-man setup down towards that B bomb site very early on. Demise looking to push on in, but it's going to be a stiff resistance, and it's not something they've yet cracked. Lollipop and MDSW waiting for the pop flash to go aggressive, but Bayaz able to find the opening pick. Lollipop not quite able to transfer the spray. Finally, Demise with the man advantage, but the double peek is so good from the CT side. Nemiga just looking like they have a perfect read on the situation. Csgo, with it all to do for the time being, does get pop flashed over the top of Monster, but he's still got so much utility to buy time, and Boxig is reading this flank from Paz so brilliantly. Paz somehow connecting with the headshot, as it is this 3-on-2. The bomb on the back of Immor is yet to commit towards the B bomb site. They have choices to make here. The T side, Robo and Csgo going for the full stack of B, and it looks like this is a beautiful read from Demise. They're just waiting for Paz to get the information. He goes out towards A long. He's actually baiting Robo back up towards the A bomb site, and now his teammates can get a 2 versus 1 as they head towards B. A lovely headshot from Paz. Will meet, and the last man alive on the server is Csgo to try and find the 1 versus 3, but as that bomb just escapes out towards the A bomb site, there's nothing more Csgo can do in this situation. I would say it's probably worth him going for this one, just because of the economy. They have so much cash here, Nemiga. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you try for this round? There's nothing to stop you giving it a crack, and indeed, he may well look to push in. He's starting to make his way up short. He's trying to find any kind of information. Any kind of frag, just the damage. 1 man to go down would be ideal for Nemiga in this situation. They know the economy is not built up whatsoever over on Demise's side of things. They know they're going to struggle to really be effective if rifles are taken away from the T side. So what can Csgo do? He looks like he may just be resigning himself to the save all the way down in the B bomb site. Not a normal decision in this scenario, but I can understand it. Keep that Krieg up. It's such a powerful CT rifle. And of course, only your T-sided compadres can buy it, so you need to try and get it in your hands whenever you can. Csgo just going to be staying alive as he does concede that first round. Finally, Demise get themselves 1 on the board. Can they push on from here? You can see how frail that economy is. They need to find some success, and they need to find it sooner rather than later if they are to stand a chance in this best-of-1 matchup. A very strong buy, of course, again for Nemiga, even saving that Krieg onto Csgo is exactly what they would have been hoping for, given how badly that round went. Early nades from the CT side. MDSW wanting to be aggressive towards short. That's a lovely dunk nade onto Engine. Doesn't get quite as much damage as perhaps he would have expected, but MDSW going to win that early aim duel. Only brought down to 73 HP as well. Demise just struggling to find their aim at this point in proceedings. Everybody just pauses. 3 players taking control. They are looking for that party aggression, but nobody from the CT side is really pushing in anywhere. They know that they've got every advantage in the world here, especially with Robo, locking down that A bomb site with the AWP. Just puts you in such a strong position. With a minute left on the clock, Demise, they take control of long. There's very little CT resistance, but they're just rotating in. They're happy to take control of the bathrooms away from the T side. In return, allow that long control to be established. Mini really has it all to do here. In that lurking position, he has to find multiple frags. He needs to either bait the information away or ensure the attention goes back towards that A bomb site, where currently Demise are rotating fully off. 5-on-4 now as that B bomb site is looking to open up. Mini 2K with the angle to work with. He's going to start pushing in. Lollipop to take the contact early on with the AUG. Doesn't hit the shot. That's a lovely frag from Mini 2K. Leaves that B bomb site almost entirely open here, as Demise do get it back into the 4-on-4. They get the B-bomb site control. They have map to work with as well. That's a beautiful nade, though, to find some early damage onto Bay as the bomb does go down. And we are in this 4-on-4. Immor has to hit the shot, finds the opening pick, and now finally an opportunity for Demise to push on. They found that first round, and they're looking to make it two. It looks like Nemiga might just call the save here, straight up. No interest in that B-bomb site retake 4-on-3. They know their utility's limited, and they just want to keep that cash flowing over on the CT side of things. That is one hell of a call to make. That is one hell of a call to make. Three rifles saved over on the CT side of things really does keep that economy very, very strong. They are going to concede the second round, but they're confident in their individual ability, quite frankly, and they look like they really know what they want to do with this game. They want to keep 5 rifles on the board as many rounds as possible, and they're happy to save if needed. Second round goes the way of Demise. Robo knocks himself up to 13 kills. 2 players on the Nemiga side of things are on double digits, but can't be said at all for Demise. They haven't got a single player who's managed to find himself that 10th frag just yet. Again, early presence towards the B-bomb site. Immor looking to set himself up with the AWP, and there was almost a contest from the CT side there, but instead they've sent MDSW straight towards short. Looking to take map control away in response to this AWP picking deep into Monster. Pop flash could be good, however, but Mini may not get the timing here. MDSW going to be pop flashed off of the angle. Does fall back, respects the early utility usage from the T side, but you can see Csgo just lining up the response. MDSW gets a freebie to open things up. Can't quite find the second as Paz trades things out. Immor as well grabs himself a second. Boxing trying to make his way down connector is just a little bit too easy to find. And all of a sudden, Nemiga's CT side is starting to look a little bit shaken. Demise once more with the 4 versus 3 advantage. The utility finally bleeding dry for Nemiga, as Immor just looking for that span through the smoke. Not quite going to connect onto Lollipop 2K on this occasion, however. Demise look fairly set on this B-bomb site aggression, and Robo has taken a lot of liberty in that A push. He has so much map control to work with. It's going to be 4-on-2 all the same. Demise may look to dive up connector here and just take the A-bomb site instead. No information from Robo, who's pushed way too far in to be of use here. And it's going to be an A-bomb site take completely for free. That is such a beautiful read from Demise. You can see the rotation trying to come in. Csgo just looking to get anything he can done at this point from behind the dumpster. He's going to peek up into so many crosshairs for Demise because they know they've got this A-bomb site. They know the wraparound is going to take a very long time to come into fruition. It's a 4-on-3. Can they find anything? Mini 2K to trade 1-for-1. He grabs a beautiful second frag from the bomb site. And for Robo, it's 1-on-3. He's out towards A long with that AWP in hand. And Demise know exactly where he is. The Molotov, at the very least, should gift him a first frag. Paz just shoulder peeking it. Somehow stays alive on 12 HP. The double peek coming in. Lovely initial shot from Robo. Now a 2-on-1, but he will be found. Paz taking down the low HP player and getting that third round on the board for Demise. Third round, perhaps the start of some consistency for the Demise boys. They need to find something. They need to find some kind of way into this one. They need to find just any opportunity, really, to push on in things. 6 rounds at this point, I would say, would be a great thing on their T side, as Robo looking to be proactive, looking to be aggressive, will be flashed off the angle, may well go for this repeak. Immor yet to place himself on the AWP, now does just that, and what a flick from Immor. Down low, he finds the headshot wallbang onto Robo to open things up and find a perfect start to this round for the T side of Demise. They have been finding these opening picks more and more consistently, just starting to warm themselves up into this matchup now. This best of one starting to swing on a penny, but Nemiga still feeling confident, still holding back. Not looking to take too many liberties on the CT side. We saw that happen in the previous round and it just didn't quite work out how they perhaps would have envisioned. You can see what they were going for with that Robo or backstab, but leaving Connector very vulnerable. Just gifted Demise a free pressure release valve really in towards the A bomb site. A free round at that as well. The double setup towards long is going to be tested here. Boxic has the support of Csgo as they looked around the corner, and there is a lot of opportunity. Boxic grabs one. Lovely dink onto him to bring him down to 15, but now Demise know the game is up. Boxic grabs a second. How is the bomb down here? It's all on Boxic as in Mini 2K able to find one, and Csgo really in an awkward position here. Lovely headshot from Mini, looking for more still as he brings it back into the 3-on-2, and Nemiga, they're isolated. That's a beautiful dink from MDSW, but he's yet to find the frag. Still alive and kicking. Engine finds another on 3 HP, and it's all on Lollipop 2K. I spoke about his potential. There's plenty of tags to work with here in the 3 versus 1. He's out towards Truck, and he does grab the first, but Mini is there. Mini trades things out. He's been an absolute pillar for this Demise T side, and he grabs them a 4th as well. You cannot argue with that play from Mini 2K, and Immor with the flick to open things up as well. This is looking far, far better for the Demise boys. 7-4 the scoreline. They're really starting to come back into things here. They're really starting to push through. And they do have a very strong buy. They've actually broken the economy of Nemiga in this round. If this one goes south, there's not going to be another buy for them to work with over on the CT side of things, and it will really gift the Turkish roster away back into things. Demise spread across the map for the time being. Just looking for any CT aggression. You could understand if Nemiga wanted to take some map control back from Demise at this point. They have been really growing into this game, really starting to find some of that form that got them their first victory against AGO last week. But this time they take a pause. Everybody just takes stock of the situation, trying to find any possible way back into things. Double pop flash out towards long from Paz. Nobody there to really really fall for the information play. The flashbang not going to blind anyone, and it looks like Demise are going back to that Route 1. The B-bomb site has been very successful for them, and they're going to go there again. A full 5-man take against 3 players for the CT side. Who finds their lucky break here? If Nemiga hold on, their economy will hold firm, and Demise should be able to buy for at least one more. If Nemiga get broken, they're going to be on a very harsh eco heading into round number 13. The utility being absolutely dumped by the CT side with 20 seconds left on the clock. Demise, they really don't have much of a choice. They're going to have to try and go through this here. The Molotov needs to clear a lot of information. 4 CT players now on this B-bomb site over the edge of the smoke. MDSW grabs himself the opener. 10 seconds left on the clock. Demise with it all to do as Csgo grabs a second. There's just no more smokes left. The bomb has to go down through Bayhouse, but his teammates are falling all around him, and he's going to be found as well. Nemiga, they find that pressure release. They find themselves the 8th round, and they keep their economy afloat. Oh, that was absolutely essential for the CT side. They had finally been pushed onto the ropes. They were finally looking like they would be broken, but instead they find themselves an 8th. They keep the buy very, very strong. Robo on the AWP. A couple of AK-47s saved as well as Demise. They do go for the last gasp force in round number 13. They get the AWP onto Immor. Paz has to sacrifice down to the Galil just to get the utility. And this boost from Csgo just waited for the perfect timing to find himself an opening pick. And when Demise don't get that opening pick, when they don't find that opening advantage, the CT side just looks so, so strong. We find ourselves again in the 5 versus 4. And Demise just looking a little bit lost once more. They just don't quite look like they know where to look. They know where to push and where to fight on their T side when they lose the man early on. It's just not quite the same Demise to the one we've grown to expect really on maps like these. They're pushing in towards the B-bomb site once again. 2 players towards short. Paz going for the boost up on top of sandbags, but Nemiga, there's no need to get aggressive. MDSW with his head just a little bit exposed will be a free frag, however, as Paz manages to equalize things, and into the 4-on-4 we go. A little bit of utility to work with for the T side as they look to pincer in towards the B-bomb site. They have left engine up towards A as a last gasp insurance policy. but it's going to be all on B as Boxing finds Engine. Actually, it's all on this B take now, and Csgo grabs a second. Mini 2K to fall. It's all onto the AWP of him. We're in a 1 versus 4 now. He does get the bomb down. A lovely flick for the first. He's got to try and escape, however, and there's so many players looking to lock him out. Lollipop 2K will be the one to find him. 21K, excuse me. And it will be a 9th round for this Nemiga roster. They're going to save themselves the AWP. They're going to grab themselves an AK-47 or 2 as well. And it will be a 9th round. They are just 1 round away from double digits. And we are just 1 round away from the end of this half. 2 rounds away. I can't do math. It's been a long old day at work. 9-4 the scoreline. Demise once again. The economy is just betraying them. They're going to be down onto the half buy. There's going to be Deagles, P250s, a CZ75 for Paz, and a smoke to back it up. But what can they find? Their rifle rounds have been so inconsistent. You do wonder how effective they're going to be with the pistols. They're trying to stack it aggressively towards the B bomb site. But for the time being, that CT utility will just keep them locked out of things. Still a 5-on-5 at the very least, as now MDSW looks to get aggressive. The double spray down, he wants more. He's going to grab himself the triple. The quad is there, and he'll grab it as well. Boxing going to find a 1-for-1 trade at the very least. Just the 1 man down for this Nemiga side, as they look to really stamp their authority back on this CT half. That is quite a statement from the CT forces. They are 1 round away from getting 11 over on the CT side of Overpass, and that's not something you see every day at all. It's going to be a strong buy for Demise nonetheless. They will be able to get the AWP out onto him on plenty of utility across the board for the Turkish side. But they need more than utility. They need frags. They need a round. They need something to work with. Boxig taking connector control once again. Demise really haven't pressured connector very much at all on this map, as MDSW takes a little bit of wallbang damage through Shroud. Lovely pop flash for Boxig to get the opening pick, however, and Immor just smoked out of things, can't find the shot on the AWP. The CT side just looking like they know Overpass a little bit better than the Demise roster, who are yet to play it in officials perhaps, as they are in this 5v4 once again, and it's been a situation that they really haven't been able to find a comeback from. Nemiga have been so good at shutting out these 5v4s, trading efficiently. Despite there being tags onto both Boxic and MDSW, statistics would tell you that this is a round for the CT side, as Paz tries to take that information towards a long, but the rest of his teammates are backing off towards the B bomb site, and Boxic with such a nice boost here. Such a good read of the situation again from the CT side of Nemiga. There's no need to over-rotate. There's no need to change anything you're doing. Paz trying to draw some attention towards a long, but it's still a good couple of CT players in towards that B bomb site. They are just starting to think about the rotation now, but the utility will come in time. It will draw these CT players back in, as Csgo brought down to 12 HP. MDSW a little bit out on a limb, as Boxig does find that opening pick. A second for MDSW before the trade allows Lollipop 21K. Free roam of the bomb site. Traded 1-for-1 by Immor, who's in the 1-on-3. He fakes the bomb plant. There's 2 low HP players heading towards him. He gets one. He can't quite find the second. Csgo takes him down. It's 11-4 at the half. And now we have a very brief pause before we wait for that second half to get underway. 11-4 the scoreline, and I mean, that's just looking very, very strong again. Nemiga, they head onto the T side, needing just 5 more rounds to shut the game away here. You can't really ask for much more. They've looked incredibly strong. They've made it look very simple at times, and there we go. We will be heading back into proceedings. The CT pistol coming up for Demise. They really need to try and find some consistency. They need some rounds. That's all they really need at this point. Let's see what they can grab. Full armor buy across the board for Nemiga. No messing around with utility from them. They are going route 1. They are going to find frags. They are going to find this round. And they're going to look to push straight on through and finish things here and now. Couple of flashbangs for Bayaz. Defuse kit to back it up. Let's see what Demise can do in this situation. 4-man stack towards the B bomb site early on. Pop flash into Monster as Nemiga just clear out connector. They want to pressure the A bomb site, and Paz not seeing much of anything. Just looks to fall back towards A. Has support from Bayaz now as he rotates on up And there's a flashbang available as well, but Nemiga, they're just going route one straight through the crosshairs, trying to find the consistency. Jsgo with the double dink to take down Paz, and the shots just not quite landing for the CT side. Beyaz not connecting with the head, and now the retake has to come in. They do have the defuse kit as Imor makes his way out, but the crossfire's looking good so far. Jsgo unboxing. Jsgo grabs himself 4, and Nemiga, they are within 4 rounds of shutting down this CT side and shutting down Demise. Oh my goodness, it's just looking a little bit too easy for this T side, for the CT side as well. They are making it look very simple. And at 12-4, there is not a long way to go before Nemiga take this victory and keep Demise at just 1 victory in Esea MDL Season 32 so far. Hot flash for Jsgo, they're going to take control. The CT side really just having to fall back from the utility. Engine with the P250, the only real upgrade on that CT side as well. This is just damage. This is all Demise can hope for. A couple of frags would be absolutely ideal. But they need to find something. They need to make these pistols work. They've ran out of chances. They've used up all of their lives over on the T side of things. And now on the CTs, they have to be flawless. They have to be successful. Couple of sneaky pistols. Imor in towards a long, just hugging the corner, looking for anything. Any kind of damage would be good here. A dink would even suffice, I'd say, because then there can be a conversion on the shot. But for the time being, everybody just takes stock of the situation. Boxig lines up the shot, takes down the early man as Imor look to be aggressive. You can understand it when you only have the pistol. You want to catch those T-sided players off guard, but Nemiga were ready for it. They've bought very heavily into this round. They do not expect many casualties. There's plenty of CT pistols in towards this A-bomb site, and a lovely boost over the top will gift Paz a first. A lovely dink to grab the second as well. Almost gets the third, but Robo stabilizes with a double to bring us into the 3-on-1 as MDSW on the MAC-10 is just looking to cause havoc. Engine, the last man alive, looking for the feet. He will be able to find a good chunk of damage, but you can see the T-side just adjusting. They know exactly where that last pistol is, and they do not intend to lose any more rifles to him. It will be a 13th round for the T side as they draw within just 3. Can the Reapers find something? They do manage to get themselves the buy. Beyaz does manage to get himself a FAMAS and utility as M4s for his teammates, but sacrifice is made. Engine unable to pick up any utility whatsoever as he opts for the head armor. Those 2 MAC-10s actually going to benefit as Imor and Mini don't opt to go for the full protection offered on the CT side of things. 3 rifles to back it up, of course, a one-shot headshot, so no need to be fearful of that as the triple boost actually comes in. Looking to get a little bit of information over towards this B-bomb site is Mini. Engine taking the early contact, brings MDSW down to 23 HP as the auto director just wants to look at someone's ass. And the T side just look to push straight on in here. Utility going to go over the top. Can they find their way by brute force? Engine, Beyaz and Mini to try and hold down the fort as the T side looking to push in. Beautiful flashbangs from the Demise boys as they look to hold this one off. And actually, Nemiga just starting to back out of things here. They might just be looking to play the game of time here. Hope that the CTs rotate back up in towards that A-bomb site and then go again. And for the time being, it looks like that's the exact call to be made. There's limited utility left on the T side. 4 flashes, 2 smokes to try and find some success. Engine going to get aggressive. Jsgo and MDSW, 1 low HP, 1 on a MAC-10, and Jsgo is going to be an easy find. That should be the information. That should be this push. Can Nemiga make it happen? They do still have 3 rifles to work with as they make their way in towards the B-bomb site. So much room to maneuver as well. Smoke goes deep. Barrel's still occupied. Graffiti with a player as well. Mini 2K in a perfect position to go for the backstab here. Grabs 1, grabs 2. The bomb's going down inside the smoke, but Mini grabs 3, and Boxig will be cleaned up from behind. Finally, Demise. They show up to the party, and they grab themselves round number 5. There's going to need to be a lot more like that, ladies and gentlemen, if this Demise roster want to have a chance. 13-5 the scoreline. What can they do here? 5 rifles across the Demise boys as Nemiga are forced back onto that half buy. They do have to get out the pistols. There's going to be the 1 AK-47 for MDSW, but not a lot else to back things up here, so Really a question of how cleanly Demise can get through this one without any casualties would be absolutely ideal, of course. Let's see what they can do. A full B hit looking to be postured here from Nemiga. They have sent all 5 players down there. They've got all their pistols there. The AK-47 of MDSW as well. And it's actually a little bit limited CT presence. Engine and Mini 2K. Nemiga just going to look for the sneak, and they might get a timing here. Engine with a nade out. Quite lucky not to be found initially, as the team just look to sneak on in. MDSW on the AK. 1 tap to the head. Last man alive on this site is Mini 2K, but MDSW, that is such a beautiful shot. That's 2 rifles recoverable. That's the bomb down 5 on 3, and that's Demise looking for the save as well. Oh my goodness. They can't go for this one. Their economy is so fragile. But they're just going to be forced to go save in towards the playground. Bayaz just looking to make sure there's no kind of a backstab coming in over from the T-sided players. But they're just happy to get the round. They're happy to find anything in this situation. The 3-4 pistols, in fact, and the 1 AK-47 come up trumps for the Nemiga boys, who just sneak their way in, sneaky beaky like, crouch walk into the B-bomb site and make it look awfully simple. It's going to be a 14th for Nemiga. They are going to be 2 rounds away from success. And Demise are going to be 2 rounds away from another loss in Esea MDL Season 32. 2 more rounds. Demise needing a miracle. They've pulled them off before. They're going to need something truly spectacular. 14-5. Lollipop with the Krieg. A full buy for both sides. No AWPs in play, however. Let's see what they can do. Krieg and an AUG. 2 scoped rifles for the CTs. As early nade damage does get done. Csgo and Boxing taking a couple of tags. And Demise looking to be proactive. It does tend to be where they play their best CT-sided CS. They're trying to take control of party early on. They do have the early advantage. Csgo out in the open manages to grab one before he's traded. And Paz with the double spray down to 32 HP. But that is not important. The frags are. He needs to get out of this one alive, though, to keep things at level pegging. That's such a nice pop flash for him on the escape. He's going to find damage as well, but MDSW is there to bail his teammate out into the 3-on-3. More Engine and Mini versus Boxic, Lollipop, and MDSW. Who will come out on top? We know what history says. Let's see what goes on in the round. And Nemiga just looking like they may fall into the hands of the CT side here. Immor's got very aggressive interconnector. Not an area we really saw Demise looking to exploit on their T side. And he can hear all of this information. He should be able to hear the footsteps heading down towards the B-bomb site. He should be able to hear all of this information and look to make an intelligent play off the back of it. Couple of players still in towards B for the CTs. They have plenty of presence to work with. Actually just looking like they may play the retake as Immor goes for a backstab. This could be so good for Demise. Boxing is calling that the A-bomb site is clear here, but the backstab comes in. Immor grabs one. That's the bomb down at the very deep edge of Monster. And this Krieg really has to come up trot for Lollipop. He has to hit the headshot down to 4 HP, but he's found it. Now the backstab can come in, but Boxing's position has been read. Mini is looking for him. With 10 seconds left on the clock, he throws the Molotov to try and cut out the short presence, but Mini, he's still alive and kicking. How does he not deny that bomb plant? Finally, the nade will do it, but it's all on Boxic. He needs this 1 versus 2 to get his team map and indeed match point. The smoke into heaven is going to keep him completely out of proceedings. A flashbang to boot. He's trying to get any kind of information, any kind of an angle to work with. He's in the 2-on-1. This would be something truly impressive, but it will be the defuse coming in. It will be a 6th round for the Demise boys to try and push on through. Boxing just happy to keep the AK-47 in hand, keep the economy for the T side of Nemiga, as they will get a very strong buy. It is going to be backed up, of course, by the AWP, which Immor is able to get for only the 2nd time over on the CT side of proceedings. Let's see if he can find some effective use of it. Hot flash in from Lollipop as he looks to go for the Shroud wallbang. He's finding a ton of damage. Engine and Mini 2K both regretting that early short push and actually just being held at bay a little while longer. Lovely initial flash for Paz as he will find that opening pick. He will start to find himself some consistency. Nemiga having a very similar issue to what we saw on Demise's T side. They lose that early man and then they don't really look like they have a plan to get back into things. Paz is being allowed to be very aggressive into Connector. He's going to find his second frag of the round, and he's still alive. 5 on 3 now. Nemiga not able to find anything, and Paz grabs himself the triple top Connector. Clearly a very happy place for him. As Robo and Csgo, the last two T-sided players alive, really, is there anything they can do here? Beaz on a beautiful angle to catch the Augur off guard. He's going to find himself one more. And Csgo, last man on the server in a 1 versus 5. The AK-47 switched out in favor of the Krieg, but he's only going to find one before he's traded out. Engine grabs himself a frag. Demise grab themselves a 7th. A little bit of consistency coming through on the CT side now for the Demise boys. They're starting to find their footing. They have given themselves a long old road home, but you might just back them. You may just give them half a chance now, as again, it's this half buy coming out from the Nemiga boys. It worked out once. Will it work out again? This time it's a Krieg and a Mac 10 to support the pistols, as it's a much heavier upgrade. Early Molotov's going to do good damage to Boxic and Lollipop, but he does still have that Krieg. He does still have armor to back it up. It's a very heavy investment on those Kriegs, the full buys, to try and back up some kind of damage around the pistols, but it does seem to work out for the T side of Nemiga as they go for the early peek. Immor just not quite hitting the click, not quite hitting the shot off. So he does allow Lollipop to take control of A Long. Lovely headshot to take him down, however, and now Demise once more find themselves in this 5-on-4 situation. Once more find themselves with an opportunity. MDSW going to throw the smoke deep. And can Nemiga get into this bomb site? Can they get the bomb down, or is it going to be too much for them to achieve? Paz with the nades, an absolute aerial bombardment from Demise as they're finding a ton of damage. Immor with half a gap in the smoke as well. This AWP is in such a strong position. He's going to find an easy frag to open things up. Robo goes down, and he has no fear. Beaz is there to back him up with a double spray down, and the last man alive. He's picked up the Krieg, but there's nothing he can do. It's an 8th round for Demise, and once again, the economy is actually broken over on the T side for Nemiga. Once again, they find themselves in this awful situation. They've looked so strong over on the CT side, but they head back to T, and all of a sudden, they are looking absolutely lost. They're not finding any consistency. They're giving up so many opening picks. Something has to change, and they're looking to go fast, as once again, it's the hero AK, this time onto Boxing, as he looks to make it happen out towards Playground early on. Early spray is going to be traded 1-for-1. Paz taken down. That's actually an AK recoverable. A net win for the T side at the very least. Nemiga, they need something to go their way. They need to try and find a way back into this one. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Demise are slowly but surely turning the thumbscrews. They are slowly but surely shutting the door and just pulling Nemiga in. Their CT side has looked so imposing. It's the absolute opposite of what we normally see from the Demise boys, but it is beautiful to see. Robo with connector control as his teammates look to push out towards Monster. 2 AKs, 2 Deagles. Really looking for those headshots here, Nemiga. They need something to go their way in this 4-on-4. It is a 2-man play towards B from the CT side, so at the very least, Nemiga have the man advantage. Can't quite say they have the firepower advantage unless those AKs are first into the situation. 30 seconds left on the clock. There's one Molotov on Lollipop to clear out one angle before the push comes. Can they find any frags, or will the CT side of Demise be a little bit too powerful? They're starting to sneak their way in through Monster, and actually very limited presence in that area for the Demise boys. Could give up a lot of map control for free here. Mini 2K to try and lock things down in the meanwhile as the push looks to come through. Can they hit their shots? Will this go the way of Mini? He's still hiding, still trying time. He knows time is so low. He's grabbed himself a double. Robo only able to find one before the trade. At the very least, Csgo has got the bomb down, but they're coming at him from all sides. He'll find himself a second, still stuck on that Deagle. He's still trying to find himself a rifle. Finally gets the M4 in hand. Mini on 34 HP is next target to find, but the spray is good. It's a 9th round for Demise, and they are slowly making their way back into this. And my throat is slowly making its way out of proceedings. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, but Demise, they are 1 away from double digits now. They are 1 away from making this just a little bit more realistic. The buy will come in from the Nemiga boys as they look to make their way towards the end. They look to secure that map and indeed match point. can they do here? Robo on that AWP. AKs and a couple of creeps for Lollipop and Csgo as they go for the early peeks in connector. Demise this time not looking to put Paz in his happy place, not looking to put him aggressive towards the top of connector. Instead, just playing very passively in the early round, not looking to push, just holding their angles and waiting for the time to strike. 3 players down towards B. They've put the AWP of Imor out towards A long, and Paz holding down the bathrooms with a huge job to do here as Nemiga just starting to take control, just starting to look for that push. They can find an opening pick, then Imor becomes very isolated out towards A long here. The smoke to keep Paz out of things a while longer as well. They are starting to find their executes here, the T side, looking a lot more in tune with each other. Looking a lot more like a team. As Mini actually just goes wandering. He could find the bomb here. That could be absolutely huge. Boxing's going to walk right into the process for one. The spray not quite able to find the second as the trade is there. And Mini falling down, not quite able to find the frag onto MDSW with the bomb, but it's still a 4-on-4. He's found a lot of damage and he's keeping this T side uncertain. You can see they're trying to bail down onto the B bomb site. They've got Engine a little bit isolated, but that backstab is still very much available. It's a lovely spray from Lollipop to 21k, controlling that creep to perfection, but he can't quite find the second. Mini still in that monster region, will finally be taken down by NDSW as Nemiga once again find themselves the advantage. 3-on-2. Imor misses the shot, and there we go. Nemiga, they are 15-9 up. They need one more round before this is all over for the Demise boys. The dream, the comeback, it looked so real. Can they find it here? Surely the pause has to be taken at this point, but it looks like they know what they're doing. They know. They feel confident. Can they find this round? 5-on-5. FAMAS for Bayaz. A little bit of a stronger buy for the Nemiga boys as the economy for Demise just starts to waver ever so slightly. Engine on the M4 pushes his way up, and Lollipop actually finds the opening pick, takes down the AWP of Imor. That could be absolutely huge, trying to lock out Monster, but the Krieg is a little bit too much for him to deal with. Engine a little bit isolated in towards water as well. You can see the connector pressure from Nemiga, and there's just so many opportunities here to find the double peek onto Engine. Lollipop waiting for his timing as Engine does hear the footsteps. He's got 2 angles to check at once here. He really has it all to do. The spray not quite good enough. Lollipop grabs one. Robo with another. And we're into the 5-on-2. Bayaz and Paz to try and dive down connector and find some kind of let-off. They're going to find at least one. Robo taken down. MDSW has no idea the backstab's coming in so quickly as Paz grabs a second into the 3-on-2. Lollipop on 21 HP. There's half a chance here for the CT side, but Bayaz and Paz, they have to do it now. The smoke's going to keep him out of it a while, and the nade not quite going to land on the low HP. Lollipop as Boxing finds Bayaz. It is all onto Paz. He would need the ace here. AK-47 in hand. He does still have that nade, and there's a low HP Lollipop lurking around this bomb site. It's not quite going to connect, though. He's all on his own. Boxing looks to push on up, and it's 16-9, the final scoreline. Commiserations, Demise. Congratulations, Nemiga, on an incredible best of 1 series. 16-9 the final scoreline as Nemiga do get their second win on Overpass, and Demise are left wanting. And as always, a massive thank you to all of you wonderful people in the chat. If you did enjoy the stream, my Twitter pops up, it's down below. Feel free to hit that follow button. I cast a lot of Demise games if that's what you're interested in, so feel free, and thank you so much for the support, guys. I will see you very soon. I'm going to try something new for the first time and run an ad to try and get a little bit of cash. So I will see you guys very shortly. Have a great